On behalf of my wife Rachel and family, I join those who've spoken before me to bring our heartfelt condolences to our heroes who have fallen, our prayers, thoughts, and sympathies to all of you who are affected by this tragedy, and to those who have gone before us. We celebrate the bravery, the courage, and the sacrifice that our fallen heroes have made. The men and women in hospitals, the survivors who are in our midst, and also to the families who are present here in our midst again. We are reminded of the words of Matthew 5:9 that says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." That today we celebrate the lives, the courage, and the sacrifice of those who have. But I want to remind their families and to remind the survivors in our midst that they are blessed, because the Bible says so, that blessed are the peacemakers. These men and women paid the ultimate price in pursuit of peace for Somalia, peace for our region, stability and security for the world that we live in. Mr. President, as our Commander-in-Chief, there is a God in heaven. We know, we're aware of the difficult and delicate decisions that you have to make as our Commander-in-Chief with all the men and women that are in charge of the mandate to protect our country. But we want to tell you there is a reason why God has made you Commander-in-Chief at a time like this one. The prayers of Kenyans are with you, and on behalf of the Kenyan leaders and Kenyans everywhere, I want to give you one assurance that we stand firmly and solidly behind the decisions that you and the commanders will make in making sure that our country is safe, that we execute our mandate in the region, and we play our role in making sure that the world we live in is peaceful, is stable, and is secure. Like we overcame Westgate, and Westgate today, the mall is open. Like we overcame Garissa, and the university today is open. So we shall overcome this as well. Thank you very much.